Now we'll move forward to the next couple games against CR, and stepping aside from hockey and what will be played on the ice that night, pretty important month for the Fighting Saints with the first ever Hockey for All month in the USHL, promoting diversity and inclusion. The team wearing diversity and inclusion jerseys that will be auctioned off after the game in support of the United Way Dubuque area tri-states, and in partnership with John Deere. It's been a very successful month overall. The main message is trying to grow the sport of hockey through any medium possible. We were talking about it a little bit over the break, but it seems like the reception has been fantastic. And Oliver, from your point of view, what does it just mean, Hockey for All? Why is it so important to grow the sport of hockey?
Well, I'll work backwards a little bit. I was just kind of mention the story I just told you guys. We had a game in Madison yesterday, and yesterday being February 17th, Sunday at 2 p.m. in a snowstorm to get there. And I don't know what she was, but Ryan Suter is the owner of the team, so his mom, I don't know what her title with the team, apologize for that, but she was in the arena and came straight up to me, I've never met her before, and asked if we were wearing our specialty jerseys that we have with John Deere for the month. And she's been around hockey a long time, and obviously you don't really wear your specialty jerseys on the road, but she was excited at the thought of maybe we brought them, and she kind of wanted us to be wearing them against her team and her building. So that was very interesting. To your point, I mean, it means a lot to answer the question. It means a lot to everybody, and good on us. And when I say us, I mean our club, President Nick Shane, and our ownership group to back the initiative, to kind of be the first ones outside, at least in my knowledge, outside the NHL. Maybe some minor league teams have done it, or other sports, but good on us to sort of be the trendsetters. As Jim mentioned, he can't imagine that every USHL team doesn't have some sort of initiative, or there's a carryover in the next season. And then to take it all the way to the beginning of it, Jim and I did an interview with Jim that was in the Herald here last week. But to sum up that article, I'm from Los Angeles, California. I grew up with a single mom, working a couple jobs that figured out how to keep me in hockey in the 80s. That's long before Gretzky came, 89, 90. I had a passion to play hockey in L.A., California. You're from the East Coast, but that was a rarity when I was doing it. And that's just my story. Greenway, a bit of a similar story. Single mom. He's an African-American kid growing up in kind of rural New York, literally living in a town of several hundred. His brother is the first African-American player to play on the U.S. Olympic team, if you can believe that. 100 years of the Olympics. He's the first black kid on the U.S. Olympic team. That's incredible. So, I mean, on and on and on and on it goes. Our ownership group has a diverse ethnic background. Our team is from all over the world, from all different cultures and ethnicities. And hockey really, has turned into a melting pot in that sense. And people that really have a passion for it, or like my mom in this case, that saw her little boy have a passion for it and figured out a way to pay for it. Because let me tell you, hockey is probably the most expensive sport there is in the world, behind equestrian or something like that, or golf, when you got to buy all the hay for those horses and get all those greens fees. So people that are involved in hockey are extraordinary people, and I don't think anybody that knows hockey players or hockey people would have anything different to say. So it's really cool that our team and where I work has brought this to the forefront and made a big deal out of it, because it's a real thing.
You mentioned being from California, and for many, many years, hockey from California was not taken very seriously.
Until I started.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, you're right.
Know what I mean?
Like forever.
It was not taken very seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm sure having a California address on your resume probably, I'm sure people looked at that differently. Tell me about maybe overcoming that, or, I don't know if it's discrimination or not being from California or not being taken very seriously.
Yeah.
Tell me about that personally, what that means to you to be a part of something like this, where you've proven that, you can be from California and you can have a successful career. What does it mean to you to be a part of a team that is showing that you can come from anywhere?
Yeah, it's awesome, and you really can come from anywhere. And I mean, I don't really want to talk about myself, Jim, but I'll answer the question. I mean, it's in my case, I wanted to be a hockey coach, and I started in Alaska, and I mean, I started in youth hockey in LA. Worked my way through youth. I mean, I legitimately started it with 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds, and have been at every level in between up to this level. So. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, will work for food. I moved to Alaska, and I took a job for peanuts and got my foot in the door and made something out of it. And in the junior hockey world, that fortunately garnered me some attention, and I found my way to Dubuque. And a lot of that was through relationships, and again, the hockey world is great. I coached kids along the way who were, some of them played here before I was here, and word gets around when you do good work, or at least when you work hard, in my case. And pretty soon, just like anything else, if you're a financial person and you start making somebody money, you're good at your job, it doesn't matter your ethnicity or where you came from, people can appreciate hard work. And I'm sure that's how you got where you got, and why Jack's sitting over here to my right. And it's just, when you have a passion and you have a drive to maybe turn that passion into a job, I think that's more recognizable than skin color, age, or where you're from.